Welcome back to Adventures of a Black Belt Sommelier, sponsored by Four Paws Restaurant, the iconic fine dining restaurant in St. Paul, Minnesota, with wonderful food, attentive professional service, and fantastic wine list. Uh, Last night I opened a really special wine, to the 2018 Trivento Eolo Malbec. It was extraordinary. I don't generally drink Malbec this pricey, but this wine, I made a Wagyu ribeye with green peppercorn cream sauce and braised fennel, and I just thought this was the perfect wine to have with it, and so I've splurged a little bit. Um, it's an absolutely fabulous wine. It's about as good as Malbec is capable of, Mendoza Malbec is capable of being. It's very, very powerful. It's very concentrated. It's very rich. It's very dark, full bodied. It's high alcohol. It's 14.5% alcohol, which I guess isn't all that high these days, but by my palate, it's high alcohol, but it's alcohol is not really an issue in the wine. It's well integrated, it's balanced, it's very, very rich, very concentrated, very full bodied, dark fruit, black currants, blackberries. It's got a serious amount of oak, but it 7 years old though, pretty integrated in the wine. It's not really oaky. It's just the oak is there. Um, it's I'd say it is perfectly in its heyday right now. It was absolutely fabulous bottle of wine last night. I was thrilled to drink it with my Wagyu ribeye. Um, it's a special bottle of wine that I really, really enjoyed. I recommend it very highly. It's pretty expensive for Mendoza Malbec, but you know, in the context of what wine sells for these days, it's not all that expensive. However, I do have one enormous problem with this wine, and that is that the bottle is incredibly heavy. And I suspect, I've never asked a winery or winemaker who puts their wine in really heavy bottles why they do it. But I suspect that the reason wineries like Trivento do this is because they think that you will assume it's a better bottle of wine because it's in a heavier bottle, or be willing to pay more for it because it's in a heavier bottle. There is no benefit to wine to being in a heavy bottle. None, zero. Wine is not better because it's in a heavy bottle. Wine shouldn't be more expensive. Well, it has to be more expensive because it's in a heavy bottle because the bottles cost more. But it doesn't benefit the wine. What it does is greatly increase the impact on the environment of shipping the wine from Argentina to wherever it's going to be consumed. This bottle is really, really heavy. And there is just absolutely no reason for a bottle of wine for the bottle itself to be this heavy. It's just, I don't know what it is. That's what I think it is. It is that they think we will pay more for a bottle of wine because it's in a heavier bottle. We will think it's a better wine because it's in a heavier bottle. If you're a winery owner or winemaker listening to this, or a winery owner or a winemaker who puts their wine in heavy bottles, tell them to stop, or stop. If you're the winery owner or winemaker, stop. Don't do this anymore. It's disingenuous. It's just wrong. Because, as I said, there is absolutely no benefit to the wine from being in a heavier bottle. Now, I'll reiterate, this bottle of wine, it's in a really heavy bottle. It's an extraordinary wine, but it's not an extraordinary wine because it's in a really, really heavy bottle. This may be the heaviest bottle of wine I've ever picked up. That was, a 750 milliliter. And I'm offended by it. I'm really offended by it. I loved the wine. It was a wonderful wine. I was glad to drink it with my ribeye. I really enjoyed it, but I can't stop being a little teed off, for a polite way of saying it, that they put this wine in this ridiculously heavy bottle. Stop doing that. If you're a winery that does it, stop doing it. Stop. It's irresponsible to put wine in a bottle this heavy. Now, having said that, it's a wonderful wine. I wish it weren't in that heavy bottle because I would have enjoyed it even more. Stop. If you're doing it, stop. Don't do it anymore. It's not responsible. stewardship of the planet to put wine in a bottle that heavy. Plus, it's really hard if you're a retailer and you've got to move, you buy that wine and it comes in. A case of it is really, really heavy. It's you're like really kind of abusing the staff of the retail store that carries your wine if it's that hard to pick up a case. Stop. Thanks for tuning into Adventures of Black Belt Sommelier. Yeah, come and see me sometime at Four Paws Restaurant for a glass of wine or bottle of wine. The food's wonderful. The wine list is terrific. We're revamping our wine by the glass program starting probably maybe this week. And we're going to add Vietti's Barbera d'Asti by the glass. Doesn't get any better than that. We're adding my good friend Michael Bartholomew Broadbent's North Coast Cabernet by the glass for $12 a glass. It's superb, and we're going to serve it for $12 a glass. Wow. So things are going in the right direction. The wines by the glass get better every time we have a chance to change them. And sometime in the next week or so, you can come by and have a glass of Vietti's Barbera d'Asti. That's good stuff. Or Jean-Louis Chauve's Côte du Rhône, or Feudo Montoni's Sicilian Red, or any of the other wonderful wines that we serve by the glass. Come by and see me. Thank you very much.